the next 3 days are critical for personal reasons. I have to get paperwork somewhere that it didn't go. I already sent it in, but they said they didn't receive it. Everything is a mess with COVID. The point of this is last night I was so stressing. We made duplicate copies of that paperwork, and just the fact of all the things that I have to do over the next couple days. I was feeling very overwhelmed and very hopeless about the process because I've already done the process and it didn't pan out. And I'm down to a limited wire of time, and I've got a lot of stuff to fit in. And when life gets really, really hectic and you feel really, really overwhelmed, to the point where you're either beginning to become depressed or severely anxious, just about had a panic attack. Break it down. Write a list of everything you have to do in priority of what is the top priority, what is the least priority, and consider the order of when each thing is due, so you know where you gotta be, when you gotta be there, how you're gonna get there, how long that's gonna take, how long each thing is gonna take. And then when you have a list of all the to-dos in a priority and time sensitive order, break them down into steps that you must take to get to the completion of the process. When you're in a time crunch and you're in an overwhelm state because you have too much going on all at the same time and you feel overwhelmed, like you're going to drop a ball, and everything needs done all at the same time, and you're panicking and you're depressed because of this, make a list. Get that out of your head and onto paper in a priority and time sensitive order, and then break it down further into steps you need to take to make that happen on time, in a timely fashion. Excuse the coughing. After you've done the list, you've dumped it out of your brain, you have an action plan, then decide, is there anything I can do now? If there is something you can do now, just go ahead and do those now things. Telephone calls you can make, paperwork you can copy, emails you can send out. Is there anything you can do now? Prep your clothing, prep your breakfast. Anything you can do now on that list, just do it. And that will make you feel better about the whole process, because you at least know where you got to be, when you got to be there, what you're doing, and it's laid out in a stepwise, easy to follow pattern. It's not hanging around in your head. You're not afraid you're going to miss something, and you've already started to tackle some of the things that you need to tackle. And then when you've done what you can do for that day, and you have this long, big process or big project that is going to take some time to complete, it's going to take days of hecticness. Once you've done what you can do for that day, ask yourself this: is this affecting me now? Well, clearly it is, because you're allowing it to. You're stressing about the future that you can't actually do anything about right now. But is this affecting me right now? Is tomorrow affecting me today? No, because I can't do anything about tomorrow today. Once you've done what you can do of the project or the process that is overwhelming you for that day, You've done all you can do. All you can do is the best you can do. And if there's nothing else you can do in that day, let tomorrow worry about itself. Realize you've done all you can do. You have a step to follow, so you know when you wake up in the morning, you'll be able to hit the ground running again and do what you can do for that day. Take one day at a time. Do what you can do for that day. Follow your list. You know you've got one. Do what you can do for that day. And then if there's nothing else you can do for that day, for that thing that is causing you stress, realize that you are safe. Nothing is happening right then. And try to relax because you've done all you can do, and let tomorrow take care of itself. Take it one day at a time, one thing on the list at a time. Finish the list to the amount you can, and then breathe, calm yourself down, and realize there's nothing else you can do for that day. So let it go. That will help you bring yourself back down from the sense of overwhelm by breaking it apart to a list, stepwise, priority-wise, doing what you can, and then letting tomorrow take care of itself, and realize you've done what you can for that day. Calm yourself and relax. Let tomorrow take care of itself. And then do the same thing the next day, and the next day until the project is complete. Don't get overwhelmed like I did last night by making a list and then relaxing like I did last night. Now it's time to hit the ground running for today's to-dos, but not tomorrow's. I'll let them